Good morning, students. This is lecture 6 of chapter 16, Playing with Numbers, and this is mathematics class of grade 8. In this lecture 6, I will be discussing assignment 1 solutions. As I told you earlier, and as you are well familiar, that in playing with numbers, we have different subtopics which we have covered in the previous lecture. Now, in this lecture, we will be talking about the tests of divisibility. This is your subtopic, and further in this topic, I will be discussing the test of divisibility by 7 and 11. Rest test of divisibilities have been discussed in the previous lecture. Now in this lecture I will be discussing the test of divisibility by 7 and 11, and these two concepts are these two tests of divisibility are very much important. So let us see now test of divisibility. First of all, we will be discussing again the divisibility rule by 7, how to check whether a given number is divisible by 7 or not. A number is divisible by 7 if the difference of sum of the digits in alternate blocks of 3 digits from right to left is divisible by 7. What is this rule? A number is divisible by 7 if the difference of sums of the digits in alternate blocks, we need to take the alternate blocks of 3 digits starting from right to left is divisible by 7. This is your divisibility rule of 7. Consider the number. This is the number I have taken. Now, as the rule says that we need to take the difference of sums of the digits in alternate blocks of 3 digits. We need to take the blocks, we need to make the blocks of 3 digits, and we need to take the alternate blocks. So I have made the numbers in red, which are in one block, and the numbers in black are in another block. So the sum of the digits in alternate blocks of 3 digits from right to left are 272 plus 532, that is equal to 804, and 911 plus 47 is equal to 958. Taking the difference, it will be 958 minus 804, which is equal to 154, and which is divisible by 7. So what we have done in this number, we have taken the alternate blocks of 3 digits. The numbers in red are in one block, that is 272 and 532. I have taken together, I have written them in red, and it is equal to 804. And numbers in black are in another block. We need to take the alternate blocks, so we have left these black numbers 911 and 47. So taking their sum, it will be 958. Now I need to take their difference. It is 958 minus 804. We will be getting 154, which is divisible by 7. So we will be saying that the number is divisible by 7. So the given number is divisible by 7. I am explaining it again. Dear children, when you are supposed to check the divisibility by 7, what you are supposed to do? Starting from right to left, you need to take the 3 digits in alternate blocks. First of all, find the 3 digits in alternate blocks and then take their sum. Like we have made the taken the digits in alternate blocks, and then we have taken their sum, that is 804. And then this is in the another block, then we have added them, and then if their difference is divisible by 7, then we can say that this complete number is divisible by 7. I hope this is clear to you now. Now coming to divisibility rule by 11. What does this rule say? Method 1. There are two methods to find the divisibility or check the divisibility of a number by 11. First method is, a number is divisible by 11 if the difference of sum of the digits at odd places starting from units place and sum of the digits at even places starting from tens place is either 0 or divisible by 11. What is this method 1? There are two methods to check the divisibility of any number by 11. First method is, a number is divisible by 11 if the difference of sum of the digits at odd places starting from units place. You are supposed to start taking the sum of the digits starting from units place, and sum of the digits at even places starting from tens place is either 0 or divisible by 11. Then we will be saying that the number is divisible by 11. Let us understand this with the help of an example. This is the number and this is not divisible by 11. How can we say that this is not divisible by 11? As I told you earlier also, to check the divisibility by 11, it is better to give the numbers to the digits starting from ones place. So, taking the sum of the digits at odd places, it will be 7 plus 2 plus 6 plus 5, that is equal to 20. And sum of the digits at even places is equal to 1 plus 9 plus 8 is equal to 18. And taking their difference, it is 20 minus 18, which is equal to 2 and which is not divisible by 11. So what we have done, we have taken the sum of the digits at odd places, like here in this case 7, then it is 2, then 6 and then 5. These are the digits at odd places. We have taken their sum, that is equal to 20. Then we have taken the sum of the digits at even places, and these digits are 1 plus 9 plus 8, that is equal to 18. And then after that we have taken their difference, which is not divisible by 11, and neither it is 0, because it can be either 0 or divisible by 11. It is neither 0 or not divisible by 11. So we will conclude that the given number is not divisible by 11. Coming to method 2. A number is divisible by 11 if the sum of the digits in blocks of 2 digits from right to left is divisible by 11. What is this method? Let us see with the help of an example. This is the number given to you. As the rule says, as the method says, that you are supposed to take the sum of the digits in blocks of 2 digits starting from right to left. From here we will start. So first block will be 82, then 80, and then 91. You need to add all these, and then if their sum is divisible by 11, that means the number is divisible by 11. So sum of the digits in blocks of 2 digits from right to left, it will be 82 plus 80 plus 91 is equal to 253, which is divisible by 11. So the given number is divisible by 11. I hope divisibility test by 7 and 11 are now clear to you. So using these concepts, you are supposed to solve the questions of divisibility by 7 and 11. Now, let us discuss assignment 1 solutions. I hope you must have tried this assignment number 1 in your rough notebook or in your practice notebook. Now, dear children, after looking or after understanding the assignment 1 solutions, you are supposed to complete this assignment number 1 in your homework notebook with complete steps. In complete steps, you are supposed to write the complete steps of every question and then complete it in your homework notebook. Those who have completed already, it is fine. Otherwise, you are supposed to write complete steps of every question the way I will be discussing now. Let us see question number 1. Question number 1 is, the sum of all the numbers formed by the digits x, y and z of the number x, y, z is divisible by. First of all, you need to find out which divisibility rule we will be using here. Dear children, we have read the concept of reversing the digits of a 3-digit number. Here it is the question. In question, we need to talk about the 3-digit number and we need to take their sum. And though cyclic order it is not mentioned here, but we have learned in our syllabus we need to use the cyclic order. So we will be using that concept, that reversing the digits of a 3-digit number in cyclic order. And we have understood the conclusions. So let us see what will be the answer? These are the options given to us. A option is 11, B 33, C 37 and D 74. You need to tell the sum of all the numbers formed by the digits x, y and z of the number x, y, z is divisible by. What will be the answer? The answer will be C option, that is 37. How? It will be C option 37. Dear children, we have learnt the explanation or different cases in a previous lecture. We have learnt that the sum of a three-digit number a, b, c and numbers obtained by changing the order of the digits cyclically, that is bca and cab, is always divisible by what? Can you tell? It is 111, 37, 3 and sum of the digits. So this will be your correct option, that is 37. So C option is correct. And this is the final answer, that is 111, as I told you, 37, 3 and the sum of the digits. Question number 2. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is always divisible by? It is quite simple question. Sum of the digits, it is given that these are divisible by 3, then obviously the number will be divisible by 3. Let us see the options now. Part A option is 2, B is 3, C is 6 and D is 9. As I already told you, and we know that divisibility test by 3 says if the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Answer is B option, that is 3. Explanation is a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. So answer is B option. B option is correct, that is 3. Coming to question number 3. If 5a plus b3 is equal to 65, then the value of a and b is. These are the 4 options given to us and we need to find the values of a and b. And this is the question based on the concept of letters for digits, and we have learned the rules that a letter, any letter given in the question can take the value from 0 to 9, and we have learned 2 rules. What is the another rule? Another rule says that each letter in the puzzle must stand for just one digit and each letter can take the values from 0 to 9 and the first digit of a number cannot be 0. Using these 2 rules, we need to find the values of a and b. So solution is C part, that is a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 1. Let us find out now. Explanation is 5a plus b3 is equal to 65. Dear children, if I will be having a look at the unit column of the addition, observe the unit column of the addition. This is your unit column, that is a plus 3 is equal to 5. It is not mandatory that every time you will be observing the unit column first. You can use any column first, whatsoever or whichsoever you find it easy. So I am taking it first, unit column, a plus 3 is equal to 5. Dear children, can you find what can be the possible value of a so that the sum needs to be 5? Obviously a can be 2. So let us see whether if I will be putting a is equal to 2, will I be able to get the value of b? Let us see now. Since a is a digit, it should be between 0 and 9. As I told you, this is the rule. On substituting a is equal to 2, we will get 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 and b is equal to 1. The other column will be solved automatically. Like 52 plus 13 is equal to 65. So b here is 1. What I have done, I have just put the value of a. Putting the value of a is equal to 2, I will be able to get the value of b, because to get the answer as 6, b should be 1. So a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 1. So the required digits are a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 1. Simple as this. You are supposed to write the complete steps. Question number 4 is, if a3 plus 8b is equal to 150, then the value of a plus b is. Again, we need to find the values of a and b. 2 letters, unknown letters are given to us, and then we need to find the value of a plus b, and these are the options. Let us see. Answer is A 13. Let us see how it will be 13. It is A3 plus 8B and answer should be 150. So if again I will be observing the unit column of this addition, that B plus 3 is equal to 0. What should be the value of B so that answer comes out to be 0? So tell me, can you tell what will be the value of B? Yes, B can be 7 because 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. So 0 will be written here and 1 will be carried forward to another column. Like we will be having a look. Since B is a digit, the value of B should be between 0 and 9. On substituting the value of B is equal to 7, we will get 3 plus 7 is equal to 10, and this 1 will be carried forward to the another column. Repeating the same process, we will be able to get the value of A. Like A will be equal to 6 because I need the answer here as 15, and if I will be taking the value of B as 7, like I have done here, B as 7 and A as 6, then I will be able to get this answer as 150. So it will be A will be 6, B will be 7, and I need to find the sum. So the sum will be 13. Simple as this. For what I have done, I have just solved the unit column, and then on its own with the help of this answer 15, I will be able to get the value of A as 6 and B as 7. So I hope this is now clear to you. Coming to question number 5. Question number 5 is, let ABC be a 3-digit number, then ABC plus BCA plus CAB is not divisible by. Again, this concept is of reversing the 3 digits or reversing the digits of a 3-digit number in cyclic order. So what will be the answer? We know that this sum is always divisible by A plus B plus C, that is A option is correct. 3, this is also correct. C option, this is also correct. So it is not divisible by 9. Simple, you need to tell the option, that is D option, that is 9 is the answer, which is not divisible by 9. And explanation is, the sum of a 3-digit number ABC and numbers obtained by changing the order of the digits cyclically, that is BCA and CAB, is always divisible by 111, 37, 3 and A plus B plus C. Dear children, as I repeated many times, that you are supposed to use the result of these cases, different cases whatsoever we have done in the previous lectures. Question number 6 says, which of the following numbers is divisible by 9? Now you must be thinking that we have not done the divisibility rule by 99. How will we solve this question? Let us see now. Answer is B option, that is, this is the number given to you in B option. This is the correct answer. How can we say that this is the correct answer? Let us see. If a number is divisible by 99, it should be divisible by 9 and 11 both. Dear children, as you know that 99 can be written as 9 into 11. So we need to check the divisibility by both 9 and 11, as it can be seen with the help of an example, that to test a number whether the given number is divisible by 6, we need to check the divisibility by 2 and 3. In the similar manner, if I need to check the divisibility by 99, I need to check the divisibility by both the numbers 11 and 9. So let us see divisibility by 9. What is the rule? A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Here I am directly telling you the answers, but you are supposed to find it yourself whether the sum of the digits in every option is divisible by 9 or not, and then keep on solving it, and then you will be concluding it. So taking the sum of this digits, it will be 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, that is 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, total will be 18, and which is divisible by 9. So we can say that the given number is divisible by 9. And now I need to check whether the given number is divisible by 11 or not. Let us see divisibility by 11. What is the rule? A number is divisible by 11 if the difference of sum of the digits at odd places starting from units place and sum of the digits at even places starting from tens place is either 0 or divisible by 11. This is the rule. Let us apply this rule to this number. Sum of the digits at odd places, it will be 5 plus 3 plus 1, that is equal to 9. And sum of the digits at even places is equal to 4 plus 4 plus 1, that is equal to again 9. And their difference is 9 minus 9 is equal to 0, which is divisible by 11. Because this is the divisibility rule of 11 says that sum of the digits, first of all you need to take the sum of the digits at odd places. You have seen that the sum is 9. Then sum of the digits at even places, again the sum is 9. And then you need to take their difference. It should be either 0 or it should be divisible by 11. In this case it is 0, so we can say that this number is divisible by 11. And in the previous slide we have seen that it is divisible by 9 also, so the number is divisible by 99. So hence this number is divisible by both 9 and 11, so it is divisible by 99. Coming to 7 question. 7 question is 20x3 is a multiple of 3 if the digit x is. Here this is a complete number given to you and this number is a multiple of 3. This is the only thing which is given to us and we need to find the digit x, and there can be 3 values of possible values of x. So solving it, we know that if a number is multiple of 3, then sum of its digits should be divisible by 3. Taking the sum of the digits, it will be 2 plus 0 plus x plus 3 is equal to 5 plus x, which should be divisible by 3. So what we have done, it is given to us that this is a multiple of 3. And we know that if a number is a multiple of 3, then sum of its digits should be divisible by 3. So here what we have done, we have taken the sum of the digits and this should be divisible by 3. This is possible when 5 plus x is equal to 3, 6 or 9. What I have done, I have written the multiples of 3 here because it is given to us. So this sum should be equal to the multiples of 3. Dear children, from this 5 plus x, what can be the possible values of x? If I take x is equal to 1, sum will be 5 plus 1, that is 6. It is a multiple of 3. If I will be taking x is equal to 4, then it is 5 plus 4, that is 9, which is again a multiple of 3. If I will be taking x is equal to 1, 5 plus 1 is 6, we have done it. If I will be taking x is equal to 7, then 5 plus 7 it will be 12, which is again a multiple of 3. So the possible values of x can be 1, 4 or 7. I hope this is clear to you. From this sum, you can get to know the value of the unknown variable. You just keep on putting the random values so that the sum becomes a multiple of 3 and then you will be able to get the values as 1 or 4 or 7. So it is a multiple of 3 if the digit x is 1 or 4 or 7. This is your answer. Coming to question number 8. Question number 8 is if 2b plus ab is equal to 8a, then a is equal to and b is equal to. We need to find the values of a and b. Again, this is a question for letters for digits and we know the rules that each letter in the puzzle must stand for just one digit. A digit can take the values from 0 to 9. The first digit of a number cannot be 0. These are the 3 rules. So let us see now. 2b plus ab and the sum we will be getting 8a. Here I have not observed the unit column here. Which column I have observed here? That is 2 plus a, this column I have observed. That is 2 plus a is equal to 8. From this, dear children, can you find the value of a? What will be the value of a? A can be 6. Because what should I do, what do I need to add into so that I get the answer as 8? Simple. I will be taking a is equal to 6. Then it will be 8. So I got the value of a now. I will be putting wherever a is present, I will be putting the value as 6. So it will be, since a is a digit, the value of a should be between 0 and 9. On substituting the value of a is equal to 6, we will get 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. Now check the sum by replacing a with 6. I have put wherever a was present, I have put 6. So can you find the value of b now? A, we have solved that a will be definitely 6. By this column we have calculated the value of a as 6. Now using this column, unit column, can you find the value of b? What can be the value of b to get the sum 6? Yes, it can be 3, because 3 plus 3 will give you 6. So the possible value for b is equal to 3. Putting b is equal to 3, we get, this was the question given to us. B, we got the value as 3. A, we got the value as 6. So the required digits are A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 3. I hope this is clear to you now. Coming to question number 9. Question number 9 is, a number is divisible by 11 if the differences between the sum of the digits at its odd places and that of the digits at the even places is either 0 or divisible by 11. This is the divisibility rule of 11 we have learnt. So this is very simple. So the answer is 11. Coming to question number 10, that was true or false. We need to tell whether this given statement is true or not. A two-digit number AB is always divisible by 2 if B is an even number. First of all, you should be aware about the divisibility rule of 2. What is the divisibility rule of 2? A number is said to be divisible by 2 if the digit at units place is divisible by 2, or if its last or units digit is either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Now it is given to us that a two-digit number AB is always divisible by 2 if B, that is the digit at one's place, is an even number. So this statement is true. Solution is, this statement is true. How can we say? This is the explanation. A number is divisible by 2 if its units digit is divisible by 2. That is, if its units digit is either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. I hope, dear children, assignment 1 solutions are clear to you. You are supposed to do assignment 1 neatly in your homework notebook. Those who have done with complete steps, it is fine. Otherwise, you are supposed to do all the questions completely, neatly and with proper steps. And in the next lecture, we will be discussing assignment 2 of the same chapter. Thank you so much.